The first thing you'll notice though is when you get to the payment options, we're going to let you pay with credit cards, but we're also going to have the option to pay with 40 plus cryptocurrencies. And 80% of our purchases do happen with cryptocurrencies.
Hey everybody, I'm Ray Alvarez. I'm the Strategic Partnerships Manager for Arc.io and MarketSquare. And today I'm with Ben Rogers. He's the Chief Marketing Officer for Travala.com. Ben, how's it going? Thanks for coming.
Hey Ray, nice to be here. And I'll say from my native land, g'day is how we say hello.
There we go. So Ben, thank you for coming again. You're the Chief Marketing Officer for Travala. Can you give everybody that's watching a little bit of background on you before crypto? What did you do before Travala?
Yeah. So guys, I've been really working in the marketing space and travel for about 8 or 9 years now as well. So I've worked for hotels. I've worked with sort of selling flights for airlines and everything in between. I was traditionally sort of a digital marketer, so I got started doing SEO, building websites, that sort of thing. And now, yes, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Travala.com. So I'm bringing all that sort of experience and knowledge with me. And so learning about crypto, that was the new part for me. But as our project is very much around selling travel, that's a lot more familiar to me and what my specialties are.
And you said that crypto is sort of new to you in that sense, right? What was it about crypto specifically that made you say, like, this is a developing industry, I need to jump into this now?
So I had a look at a couple of things, and I looked at sort of AR, VR, and blockchain, like sort of looking at what was going on there. And so I spent a lot of time before I did kind of say I wanted to work in the blockchain business. For me, there are a couple of things. One, it was really new, and it wasn't so defined yet as to where this was going. And I really wasn't fearful of the technical learning curve here as well. And I mean, it was sort of after 2017, so I had been in the markets a little bit. I was actually big on Ripple back in those days. That was the one that kind of got me. I was on eToro, and that was one of the ones that was added. But I just kept learning, just kept looking at it, and then I thought this would be actually a really good idea for a travel rewards program. So when we sort of saw the power of what blockchain could do or what a cryptocurrency could do for a rewards program, where you ultimately can use it to cash into something, or if literally you want out, you can swap it to cash on a market. That to me seemed like a no-brainer. That to me seemed like a problem that we admittedly a first world problem that we have that had a real use case that could be solved with a cryptocurrency.
No, that makes sense. And I guess being that you're coming into this from the travel industry, that kind of gave you like the spark, right, that you needed to kind of get into Travala and these type of businesses.
I love it how you put it. Yeah, the spark. Yeah.
So let's jump into Travala a little bit. Can you explain Travala to us like we're five?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to be a little bit biased here, but I think this is the perfect place to get started in cryptocurrencies and even in blockchain as well too. So what Travala is we are an online travel agent that allows you to book hotels, tours, activities, flights, the same things you would book on other sites. Our user interface is similar to what you would experience on another website. The first thing you'll notice though is when you get to the payment options, we're going to let you pay with credit cards, but we're also going to have the option to pay with 40 plus cryptocurrencies. And 80% of our purchases do happen with cryptocurrencies. You're also going to notice, especially on the hotels, that we're going to be a little bit cheaper than the traditional online travel agents. But we're not going to be too much less of inventory. So we have 3 million products total all around the world that you can book. We also have our own cryptocurrency. And the way our cryptocurrency works is when you do book travel and you travel, we're going to give you a small percentage of that trip back in that cryptocurrency. So even if you paid with credit cards and you've booked with us, you're now going to own cryptocurrency in your wallet. And our currency is called AVA. If you get more AVA, at different levels, you'll be able to become a smart member. And what a smart member does is it unlocks even more discounts on the products that we have there as well too. But you can even start to get what's called APY, which in this stage as a 5-year-old is basically interest back on having staked and locked up that cryptocurrency with us. It's a good way to start to get into what a blockchain is as well too, as it is our cryptocurrency is on a blockchain, but we're not sort of
Mhm.
ramming that down your face, as it just kind of
Right.
works the same way as a rewards program does. But that's when you can start to get curious and learn a little bit more.
That's so true. I do like that there's a lot of people out there that say some of the best ways to learn a different field or learn something is to dabble in it a little bit. And when it's something simple like that, where the blockchain is there but kind of runs in the background,
Yeah.
you can really experience it that way. So I think doing that with rewards programs is like an easy fit for people.
The coolest thing is if you are with an airline rewards program, for example, if you book with us, for a lot of the airlines we have 600 airlines, you can still put in your frequent flyer number and earn those points from airlines as well. So this is kind of on top of that, which I think is fantastic. With our rewards program, the value of that is set by the market. It's not set by us. So at any point in time, if you travel with us and you do say, look, I need to turn this into money for some reason, or you want to, whatever it might be, you can pull your cryptocurrency out of our platform, your AVA, and take that to an exchange and sell that at what the market rate is, not what we want it to be. We also use it to unlock more generous rewards and discounts. But what
Mhm.
we do is, like, you don't have to maintain status credits, which you do with airlines as well. So you're the sort of person that travels once a year. We're not going to drop you down a tier as airlines would. You're going to sit at exactly where you are based on the accounts, and that can just keep going and going and going forever.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are not in the position to travel that frequently, right? So I do
Or,
think
or
it's
need,
harder
yeah,
or need.
yeah.
hmm Very true. So I'm a consumer. I'm going to Travala.com for the first time. What are three things I should know when I'm using the platform?
Well, first of all, I would say, like, let's bookmark it right now because this is the last travel site that you need. Um, we partner with the major travel players. So if you're searching for a hotel, we have Expedia's inventory. So anything you would have booked on Expedia, you're going to be able to book with us. We have 600 plus airlines. So there's a fairly good chance your favorite airline who you normally book with is going to be there for flights. And we have tours as well too, which is starting to come into more traditional online travel agents, but we already have it, and we're sort of the new blockchain guy, which I think is quite exciting. So you're going to be able to book more of your trip in one place with us. The second thing I would say is let's create an account. If you create an account and you're a first time user, we're going to give you $10 worth of value to spend on your trip. So create that account and let that take you a little bit further. Thirdly, your cryptocurrency is safe. So if you are new to Travala, but you're into cryptocurrency, you're not going to be new to the fact that there's a lot of scams out there. We are backed by Binance, who is the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume in the world. So they wouldn't have backed us if there was anything suspicious about what we do. So you're in good hands when you are paying with your cryptocurrencies.
Now, let's say I got these three things. They're in the back of my mind now. I got my account. What are some of the best places you recommend to travel to?
Oh, okay. This is very much. I'm a big fan of Europe.
hmm
So I'm going to tell you to get on a plane and head on over to Germany. Portugal, yeah,
hmm
get yourself to Portugal. We have some extra deals there too. So if you actually book travel on Travala.com and travel to Portugal, you're going to get a Zomato Pro membership for your trip in there. So that's going to unlock restaurants and for really anything on Zomato Pro. You're going to be getting the Pro tier for free. I would say you've got to, but yeah, Germany. You got to go to Berlin. I love Berlin, and I think everyone should get there.
Nice. Okay, that's great. So it's 5 years from now. Travala is successful. You guys have met all your goals. This is like a hypothetical, but I'm kind of framing it to you this way. Everything that you guys have wanted to accomplish in this space, you guys have done it. What does that look like to you?
Well, that looks like us being a household name. So that looks like us very much being outside of the cryptocurrency industry and really standing side by side with the major OTAs that you already know and have booked with for years. That for us looks like millions of customers now having AVA in their wallets, whether they've proactively bought in or just from traveling and earning those givebacks there. It sees us really disrupting what a travel rewards program is, and I think if you're leading in something, we're going to start to see our competitors change some things as well to try to keep up with what we're doing. It sees us, instead of partnering with Expedia, say for our hotel inventory, there'll be other companies that are partnering with us for our hotel inventory to expand that. It'd be really flipping the script.
Mm.
I see if we are successful as well too. If you have cryptocurrencies, we will be where you're booking. You won't even be thinking about booking with a traditional online travel agent or even a traditional travel agent as well. So
Mm.
one of the problems with travel is, particularly in the self-service market, is it's a high volume, low margin product. So the traditional travel agents, well, actually even us, for it to succeed, we really have to maintain our customer base and get them coming back for repeat bookings. And because that's the way it's done, companies are very good at it. So for us to be successful, we will have broken that loyalty that people have with other brands and have been able to bring them in. It'll be very, very exciting. Like, we know what you can look up what the traditional travel agents and those big brands are worth. Well, that's where I'd want to see us being worth as well.
That makes sense, and that would be a great future. Having someone, a business in the crypto industry, be up that high where it becomes
Yeah.
that household name. So for sure, that helps everybody in the industry, I believe. So for sure.
Well, and there's another thing. Yeah, we will actually be leading the crypto industry as well too. We'll be kind of an onboarding source for the business, or we don't have to be as well too. If people aren't interested in blockchain, they can still travel with us and passively be involved. We won't be ramming it down people's throats.
Right. And then what do you think are the biggest challenges for you and your team in getting there, into like fulfilling that vision?
I think we are on track for getting there. It comes down to a lot of discipline, I believe, and focusing on where we're going to do well and where we can sort of make inroads and where we can disrupt. It well, for me with travel, and it comes to that high, high volume, low margin. It's about us creating repeatable processes, whether it's in marketing, whether it's in development, whether it's in business development as well too, that we can do over and over and over again, and sort of step out so we can scale what we're doing constantly.
Mm.
I think if we just look at the last year, so even with COVID-19, that was not good for the travel industry, let's say that. And there
Yeah.
were a couple of months where we felt it the same way as everyone else, but we quickly actually turned that around. So we're only really down for about 2 months on the previous year, and then we just record month, record month, record month, record month, and we're still doing that right now as well. We are on track to get there.
As long as you guys keep doing what you're doing, obviously it's been working and you guys have been growing. To have record months during COVID, that's no small feat.
Yeah, I believe, and I'm not sure the precise figure, but I believe year on year. So for the COVID year versus the previous year, I think we're up something by like 550%.
That's pretty incredible. And you joined Travala, didn't you? Like around the onset of COVID.
Yeah, yeah. Well, really in the middle of COVID, so we're really one of those crappy months. So I was
Mm.
the chief marketing officer of TravelbyBit, and we merged. We
Mm.
merged at that time to sort of become one mega cryptocurrency. So TravelbyBit used to be the flights business, and Travala.com used to be the hotels. So we brought that
Yeah.
together. So yeah, we did. I did join at in some of those dark dark days, but they turned around so fast. I can't even fully remember what that was like.
Obviously, you've seen that pent up demand for travel now. How is that factoring into what you guys are doing now for the next, let's say, 6 months?
Yeah, so we used COVID-19 as kind of a building period. So traditional OTAs, I think that like $1 billion or something like that was wiped out of advertising spend last year from the traditional OTAs. Like, there was story after story of travel companies needing to do layoffs or stand downs of staff. we're in that perfect time where we had the money in the bank, but we weren't so big that the fact that our revenues were being hit, we actually needed to step people down. So we were putting more people on and really building for these moments that when the pent up demand came, we're able to take advantage of it. And that's what we're doing right now. And it goes back to the discipline of being ready for when this happened, of being sort of honest with where we are, being honest about where we want to go. A lot of sort of irreverent conversations there as well too, and building what we need. So
Mm.
in terms of scalability, the plan's kind of working. The plan's kind of working, and what we did as a team, especially the development team do very well. We push them very hard, and they're building all sorts of things. It was ready.
I wanted to ask you also, aside from Travala, obviously you can't pick Travala. What is the
Yep.
most exciting project in the space right now, in your opinion, or something that's happening in the space that you find exciting? Doesn't have to be a
I'd say for
project.
something. Look, I'm curious to see where NFTs end up.
Mm.
Right, I really want to see where this goes. And I don't, in my opinion, I don't think we know where this is going to go right now. Like I think it's like so. I'm going to move to the
Yeah.
side. I'll come back to my point. So when advertising was just radio advertising, right?
Mm.
TV suddenly came in. Most brands literally played their radio ad with a still image of their product. They didn't take advantage of the medium or try to be creative. And a lot of what I'm seeing in the NFT space is like that right now. It's effectively you can sell anything as an NFT, and we are selling anything as an NFT, and it's kind of just, in my opinion, spamming the space. So I'm really curious to see where that ends up and see if we do what innovations come out of it, and what kind of cool stuff exists that mean we still exist, we're still around in a few years.
Mm.
I don't think we found that yet. I personally have some ideas, and we might be working on some things in the background of what could be happening here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, NFTs.
Great answer. I was about to ask you, is there anything Travala is thinking about in terms of that? But it sounds like it's all under wraps right now. So, I won't push
Yeah,
you.
look, yeah. There's, let's just say maybe.
And that's the next step, right? That's an NFT that actually provides something that you can use, not just a picture or not just a JPEG. I think that people want access. People want, certain things that they can do with their NFTs. So
I think you're definitely hitting the nail on the head. That does sound like natural next steps for a travel company, doesn't it? Real world experiences attached to an NFT.
now that everybody has gotten a good background on Travala, everything that you guys are working on, where's the best place people can find out more about Travala and learn more about you guys?
Look, jump onto Travala.com.
Yep.
And there's all sorts of resources. Check out our AVA page. Navigate to the bottom of the homepage. Click on our cryptocurrency. You'll learn all about it. On that page too, you can meet who our team is. You can see other use cases for our cryptocurrency as well. So it's not just travel, as I was saying. We also can be spent on a wide variety of web stores as well. If you're in Australia, you can actually use your AVA to pay bills through our partner Alvarez. But all those great little tidbits are there. And you can also see the other tokens that we accept on our platform, and learn a bit more about them as well too. We want to be in a crypto adoption business. So yes, we have our own token, but we love all cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
ARC, you name it.
Thank you for the shout out
Yeah.
there.
Particularly ARC. What a great name. What a great name your cryptocurrency has. Every time I hear it, I think of one of my favorite movies, Indiana Jones, Raiders of
Yep.
the Lost Ark. That just comes to me, and fond memories.
This is great. So I want to say thank you again for joining me today. We're super excited to have you guys on MarketSquare. For everybody watching, make sure you go check out Travala at travala.com. And there's still time to sign up for MarketSquare to get early access. You can sign up at marketsquare.io. I'm Ray. Thank you, Ben, for joining us. Any last words to anybody watching at home?
Guys, come book with us. Look forward to helping you travel around the world.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Ray.